Today we go mash it up. 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 They can't stop you, stop your body. They can't move you, unmovable. They can't move you, unmovable. They can't break the unbreakable. They can't break the unbreakable.
Good morning, clubbers. Morning. It is another terrific Tuesday in the Isle of Spice, Pure Grenada. I am happy to be alive as I always start the morning on gratitude and what it is I'm grateful for. This morning, I am grateful for the power of prayer, and we're going to talk about that, probably not in this segment, but probably in another segment, because it's really important that I share with you why I'm so grateful for the power of prayer. And I think some of you know, some of you who are the prayer warriors understand how powerful prayer can be. I am grateful for opportunities. I am grateful for the gift of creativity. As you guys know, I'm a costume builder, I'm a fashion designer, I draw, I paint. So I don't take those gifts for granted, because I know we all have different gifts. I remember growing up, I wanted to be a singer, and unfortunately, I wasn't blessed with the gift of a singing voice. Yeah, I do sing in the shower, and sometimes I think I sing in fantastic, but I know it's not for public consumption. So I am grateful for the talents that God has blessed me with, and that is the creativity in terms of design and other things. I'm grateful for the breath of life. I am grateful for discernment. And of course, I am grateful for the lessons and the blessings. And boy, can I tell you, the past month has been, I think, one of the most eye-opening months I've had in my entire life. A lot of it has been, looking at self and also trying to figure out whether I am as honest as I claim to be, or I hope to be, with how I feel. But we're going to get into that when it comes to my segment called What Irks Kirk. Because what irks Kirk is Kirk. Kirk has been irking Kirk. Of course, I am happy that you've taken the opportunity to join us. I am happy for the hundreds of messages I receive, the positive, the constructive criticism in order to make the Wake Up Club a better program for all. I appreciate you, clubbers. I know you have options. Some of you wake up especially to take in the Wake Up Club. So I owe you more than I've been giving you. I owe you transparency. I owe you honesty. And we're going to talk about that when we come back in the segment called What Irks Kirk. We take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersebike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.
Morning and welcome back, clubbers, to the Wake Up Club. And of course, this segment is What Irks Kirk. And usually I make some notes because I want to always stay on track. But I've been feeling lately that I am losing myself. Now, I pride myself on trying to be as honest and as transparent as possible. But lately, I have been feeling like a hypocrite because there are a lot of things that I'm not saying for self-preservation. You know, we're living in a Grenada, and I have to say Grenada because that is the playground that I am gifted to be a part of. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with how we're living as a people. You know, we always say goodness gracious Grenada, and that God is a Grenadian. And I don't know, and sometimes I think, Lord, imagine you're saying this. I think we need a whole week of prayer. I'll be very honest. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what has happened to humanity. I don't know why we have gotten into this destructive mode where there is so much gossip and there's bad backbiting and there is bringing news and carrying news and everybody just wants to be so destructive. I just don't know what is happening. And I hate to feel that I am part of a world where people are just tearing each other down. You know, there's a lot I want to say. There's a lot I want to say about Spice Mass and how I feel about what's happening. But part of me, I'm not talking about it because people get upset. And I think to myself, to a certain extent, if I speak about it and they get upset with me, then they'll blacklist me. And then I say to myself, then I'm wrestling on the other side, thinking to myself, well, if I don't speak about it, am I doing justice to the system? But yes, I want to be included. So I want to be part of the process because it's something that I love. I love Spice Mass. I have a passion for it. I want to see it grow. But I also want to speak the truth. And sometimes speaking the truth means that you may get blacklisted. So I have to sometimes weigh the options. And sometimes I just want to scream, or I want to use some words that I really shouldn't use because I hate having to balance humanity. I hate having to be afraid to say what I'm seeing. And some of you are calling on me to speak about it. And then afraid of the repercussions of being blacklisted. And then I'm saying to myself, maybe God wants me to shut this door when it comes to Spice Mass closed. Maybe Papa God wants me to shut this door once and for all closed and say, I don't care about the consequences. I don't care if they never call me and offer me a job again. Okay? I don't care if they hate me, but I'm human just like you. So sometimes I want to speak the truth. I want to speak about what it is I'm seeing, but sometimes I'm afraid. And then I come on this program and I talk to you about not being a hypocrite, about speaking your truth. But sometimes you can't speak your truth. Not that you can't speak your truth, you know. Sometimes you weigh whether speaking your truth, will it benefit you or will it hurt you? And then sometimes you have to take yourself out of the equation. Is it really about you? Is it about Kirk? Maybe speaking the truth will help somebody. Maybe speaking the truth will amplify some voices who are speaking the same thing but can't be heard. And because I have a public platform, it will be heard and paid attention to. So there is a lot of conflict sometimes within me to speak the truth. And I know a lot of you all been talking about it, that a lot of you all feel muzzled in Grenada lately. And to be quite honest with you, I think it has to do with the devil. Hear me talking about it. We need to pray more. You know, we need to really pray because there's a lot of bad going on in this country, and we're going to talk about it. I seen it all this weekend gone. I never thought in my life I would see that kind of thing. You know, I went to a regular event okay, and an accident happened, and there was somebody on the ground casting out demons and talking in all kind of different language. Well, you know your boy run. I do a good foot and a big and fat, so I slow. So from the time it start, your boy hit so. But these kind of things used to be hidden in the dark before. Now it's in the light. I know there's some people who from the cloth who watch this program. All you see, this man here, this sinner, are asking for a week of prayer for Pure Grenada. Something going on. We fighting on Facebook. Competition can be clean. We tearing down this one and we tearing down that one for we own personal gain. We don't even know the people. We tearing down artists. We fighting down this one. And we don't even know the people. They don't understand the power of the tongue. Sometimes people don't do all your nothing. They ain't do all your nothing at all. All you like one artist over the next artist, but all you have to spit fire at the artist. All you have no business with. I think sometimes we just have to reflect on our own actions and really figure out what we doing. When you type that thing on Facebook, what you really doing? Are you building somebody or are you breaking somebody down to be popular? Just as I say, Spice Mask, maybe Papa God want me to just shut that door, weld it shut. That is not for you, Kirk. I gave you a season. That is not for you, something else. This damn thing called free will. I just want us to really reflect, okay? There's a lot of things I want to share with you. My guest today is a very good friend of mine, okay? And we're very good friends because not only is she a good human, but we've both suffered the same trauma. We were both molested as children. And I haven't even shared that story with you. Okay? Because sometimes I'm afraid all you go judging, and here's some all you judging already right now. Why you have to talk about that? It might have some little boys in your family, maybe your child, something, that might go through the same thing or might be going through the same thing. I haven't even shared that with you. For self-preservation, I can't be a hypocrite. And what irks Kirk is, Kirk, I've been holding back. I need to stop holding back. I always say speak the truth, but sometimes my truth is conditional. Some of all you will want to hear about my trauma for entertainment purposes. But I might just help somebody by speaking my truth, because some of all you watching this right now going through the same thing. Look, the other day my girlfriend put up this thing about this man that's stalking the back of she house, and she have 2 daughters. And she actually put up the photo. When I start to read all the private comments that people wrote her, women who were molested and raped by this person that never spoke in their life about it. And he been roaming the streets doing this for years. But we live in a society where they like to shame people. So as a child, a big man rape you, you stay quiet because the worst thing is you're already a victim. But from the time people hear, you become a victim again. Because either you look for it. There's a lot going on in Grenada. And all you like about goodness gracious Grenada. And put on all your dandan and fancy thing to go fashion show on a Saturday and Sunday in the church. For me to see you in your nice outfit and that outfit. And forget about praising God. Render your damn heart instead of your damn garments. I'm not the only hypocrite here. You are a hypocrite too. And you know, some always sensitive, oh God, how dare he call me a hypocrite? It's not about you. If you're not a hypocrite, it ain't fall in your pot. But there's a lot going on in Grenada that we have to talk about. And we have to pray about. You don't like somebody, you have to bad talk them, all kind of stupidness. Just tearing each other down. I tell you, I ain't come with a script today because I'm fighting within myself. I have a segment called What Irks Kirk, and people love it because people like the bacchanal. But what irks Kirk this morning is Kirk. Because there are some doors I need to shut and some doors that I need to open and walk in bravely and don't give a shit about the consequences. Whether they be financial, whether they be political, whether they be personal, whether they be emotional. I just had to brave it. And I think, I ain't plan it, but I think this program might be the step to me being totally honest. Because what's the sense to have this program if I ain't helping people and I ain't talking about the issues because I'm afraid of the consequences? Or you go judge me regardless what. And some of you have already judged me based on my sexuality, as if my sexuality determines who I am. No, that's just my preference. I'm still a very educated person. I'm kind. I'm honest to a point. I love my fellow man. I like a good oil down. I have a lot of similarities with some of you, but some of you can't go beyond that. So today is the day I stop being a hypocrite. And I have a lot to talk about Spice Mass. Okay? Right now, I'm going through the Queen Show, and let me tell all you something. I tell you all you this. This is the last time, and this is not me talking. I will never in my life be involved for somebody that's been involved in the National Carnival Queen Show since I'm a teenager. Since the days of Cutie, where we used to go and put up the poster with real pictures in town on the side of Farm and Garden there. I can't remember the name of the shoe store. We used to go and put it up. That is how long I involved in it. But I done. Punto final. I see girls fight. I see bacchanal. I see all kind of things happening in Queen Show. Right now, I see we rebuking and all kind of stupidness. Papa, yo, when you do have good foot, take in front and run. But we go talk about that. Okay? I'm dedicating, not this Friday, next Friday, the day after the Queen Show, to talk about the Queen Show and the entire experience, because you want to know something. I don't care who is my friend and who ain't going to be my friend after that. I don't care. When people put their children in a show, they need to have their children protected. But you know what we become? We become fashion people. Okay? So living our true life is our fashion thing. Empowering young women is a thing we say to we sound like we woke, but nobody being empowered. We just like to add these things because it's now fashionable to say that you're woke, to say that women's liberation and empowerment. I can't do it anymore. So I retired. This is my last year, my last hurrah. I ain't joking, I'm serious about it. Somebody had to fix this place. Somebody had to fix this place. Okay? I don't know why the church is not using social media. Because everybody else using it. They're using it to spew all the hate and all the drama and give opinion and saying things about people they don't even know. Boy, Papa, yo. I don't know why the church, why I can't tune on and hear somebody give me some empowerment, something, why, I don't know. Anyhow, I could go on and on. I tell you, I don't have a script today, but I have to be honest with you all. We go talk the thing, you know. We go talk the thing. We're taking a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be chatting with my very good friend, my sister, okay? I know her as Lady K. Some of you all know her as Keisha McFarlane. Okay, she's my very good friend, I tell you. You know, we both suffered as children from men doing things to us that they were not supposed to. And the reason I chose her is because I know she speaks her truth. And she was in Carriacou when Hurricane Beryl passed. And I think she's the most fitting person to tell me her story. We take a quick break and we'll be right back, clubbers. You're tuned in to the Wake Up Club.
Today we go mash it up. 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 They can't stop you, they can't move you unmovable. They can't move you unmovable. They can't break the unbreakable. They can't break the unbreakable.
Folk, of course, welcome back to the Wake Up Club. After the What Irks Kirk segment, usually I am, because you see, I'm an emotionally charged person and I speak from the heart. So sometimes it's hard to switch gears that quickly. But I want to welcome my very good friend Keisha, Lady K, to the Wake Up Club. Keisha, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. You're
How are
hearing
you,
me,
my
right?
friend? Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I am a
Listen,
bit numb, exhausted,
uh,
but I'm good and I'm grateful for life. That's the most I can see. I'm very
yeah,
much grateful.
we have to be grateful for life. When I thought about this program, I was wrestling because I'm wrestling with the truth. I'm wrestling with fear, anxiety, because I find myself confined to speaking the truth and worrying about the consequences for the truth. Okay? And you and I have been there, and I think, I touched on it. I didn't plan to, but I know you're brave and we just talk with business open because we hope that when we talk about business, somebody will learn, or it will help somebody on their healing journey. Now, we ain't talking about that. I know people may wish that we're talking about Coke to share your experience about who man interfere with him and stuff like that. That coming. Or you don't get that, okay? Because I meet a lot of young boys who just hit me up on Facebook to ask me questions or they're in trouble. Today, Keisha, I wanted to talk to you because, Carnival in the air, and I don't want us to lose sight of what is happening because it's out of our eyesight in Grenada. I remember the devastation from Hurricane Ivan and that it took us quite a while to get back up. You were not in Grenada for Hurricane Ivan, were you?
Yes, I was.
Oh, so you got a double dose.
Yes.
Tell me about your experience with Beryl.
So, Beryl, I experienced it at Union Island. So that day is like the sister island for Carriacou. And Cook, to be honest, Ivan has nothing on Beryl. Beryl is the worst. Beryl is going to be something and a hurricane that we will all remember. And it was going to play a lot on a lot of people's mind. Even the youngest person coming up, it's going to play a lot on their mind. So we get up normal. We hear hurricane coming. I'm always part of NAGMA, so I'm always on the go. I went around helping people on Union Island bring out the news, the information that.
No, hold 1 minute. You are from Carriacou. Why were you on Union Island? Just let's know why.
I live on, yes. And some of the expertise, some of the things that I learned from NAGMA in Carriacou, I decided to take part on Union Island because, everybody life matters. So I go around helping, normal day, trying to get the guys on the road in the rum shop to understand this is a hurricane and it's coming. But as usual, some of us, and I'm saying some of us because I did not take this thing as serious as we're supposed to. So some of us, we were normal. Oh, it's just a normal day. It's just going to be a normal wind, a normal rain, a tree might fall, and that's it. So we slept the night. I went down to my boss' house, just as a thing, and I was like, I'm not gonna stay where I am at the church. I'll just go by my boss' place. And I did that. I think God was sending a message. So we went there, we get up the morning, we had breakfast, we were talking as usual, went by the beach front, enjoying the view, looking at all the houses around us. Then a dark cloud came. So we were gone inside, still on the veranda, taking out some little videos because I see wind blowing. So I'm telling people now, on a Facebook Live, please take this thing serious. It's gonna come, not knowing what to expect. I'm still thinking in my mind, it's just a little rain and it's just a little wind. But around after 9 o'clock, the wind started like if there were a strong man holding on to something and just twisting it around. And the house roof started to go, and people, you're not seeing nobody. All you're seeing is roof and big trees like mahogany trees, and not broken but root up from the roots and being on the ground. And the wind blow and it whistle. I don't want to be too dramatic, but you ever heard that a wind speak, like literally speaking to you? That is how that wind was coming. Glass was shattering. There was nowhere for us to run. So to me, I'm looking at this small room. So it was like about 5 of us. An elderly lady older than us, a young child, maybe about 8, 9, myself, a guy, and my boss. So we in there in that house, a nice house, fancy house, and all the roof is going. Everything just going. And I'm talking about the tears want to come out. I thought we were going to die. We went in. So I'm saying to them, this is the safest room that I could find. We went in there and thought it was the safest room. And it's like somebody came and shaking that house, shaking it. And it was shaking all over the place. And I started to pray. I became a pastor on that day. I started to pray. I started to trust God and to believe that God is going to get us through this worst nightmare, or I would just wake up and it would never happen. And started to pray, and the young man was so scared, and there was so much a thing all over. So it's like a tree block us in now. So there's no other way to go out than the way where all the roof, everything is coming out. Then the ceilings start coming down on us. So we decided to take a mattress and put over our head while the gentleman stand in the middle of the door trying to wait to see if the wind was going to stop. There was no stop, Cock. There was no silence. There was nothing. All we could have decided is we cannot stay in that house. We got to go. But in my mind, all I was thinking about is my family in Caribou, because our last conversation was, we need help. The roof coming down. There were my nieces and nephew in that house, and it's concrete. And all I could hear them screaming and bawling, and they were calling my name. Keisha, come, Keisha, come. I was in the same situation, or even worse. We did not get a break on Union Island. That thing kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming from after 9 to after 3. And when we get out, and my boss ran in the wind to another house that we thought was safe to try to open it, because it was more safer than where we were under that mattress. Tried to open the door. She opened that door. That woman is the most incredible person I ever met. She ran out, opened the door, and then called us. And with whatever I learned, I know when you're going through the wind or whatever, you have to keep your head down. So I have the young man hold on to me, the lady behind. The lady fell down. My boss see that, so she ran out and put the little boy on her back. run back inside. As soon as we reach inside, there was a door, not the front door, not the back door, the middle door. The guy who was living there said he don't understand how the middle door break away and gone. They were, listen, Cock, when we went outside, there were containers, like containers filled with stuff from one point of the island to the next point of the island. There were nothing. There were literally, it was worse than Ivan. There were no trees was standing. There was no leaf on the trees. It's like somebody come and they take something and they blow everything away. We just stand up there with tears in our eyes. And all we was imagining, if Union is like this, imagine Caribou. Imagine Caribou. But Cock, I know you said about the experience, but I want to also speak about heading home. And we would like to talk about the truth. And we say, the truth is when we speak.
Because I know it must have been even more difficult for you. Not your family is in Carriacou. The last words you heard from them was, help, we need you. You're separated by water. You're going through the same thing. Tell me about that journey home, worrying about your family, losing everything, because I know you didn't even have a piece of clothes to wear.
Cock, we had only the same wet clothes when the rain was soaking us down. One sneakers. So I'm telling you, we did not prepare for that type of hurricane. The only thing that I got saved was the 2 passports I decided to put in a Ziploc bag. And it was still in the rain. I was worried that it was going to wet. There was no way we could have gone upstairs to get that bag after we went. So when we came outside and we look at Union Island, I started to panic. I started to worry. My daughter, my mother, my sisters. I say, people in Carriacou, I say, oh my God, we're dead. I was like, that's it, Carriacou wipe out. If Union is like this, there is no way Carriacou will survive when they say that the eye and everything else is over Carriacou. And I put my hand on my head and my boss tried to hold me up and she said, Keisha, just keep the faith. I think they are okay. And we walked from one side of the island to the other side where we could have seen Carriacou. And I wasn't seeing anything. I was so worried every night. So we went to a next place to get a rest. We opened the door, we went inside and Cock, we slept on a wet mattress. And then the rain decided to come on that night. Again, we had, every time you get up to go to use the bathroom, your foot go down in water. You didn't have a choice. Sleeping, and I couldn't sleep. Every minute I get up and I'm crying, and I could remember calling my mother's name and my sister's name in my sleep. I keep crying, I cannot sleep, I can't eat. I say, I need to go. Then 2 guys, and I permit me to call their name, they came for us on a speedboat the next day. After we cleaned the whole street, we cleaned the street of Union Island so people could have access to pass with some other people, about 6 of us. And it was so amazing to see that we were part of that cleanup before they even have a cleanup now. And when I saw Denzel, Adam, and Nimrod from Grenada came on a speedboat with the other young lady, said that they were told to come and get us because we couldn't live at that island. There was no way. We started to get sick. We started to feel numb. I started to feel that there's no life beyond this anymore. That's it. So I'm headed down to Carriacou on the speedboat, lying flat down, and in my mind, please let me see my daughter when I get there. Because I saw they put up that when everybody was getting through to get to their family, I couldn't get to my family. And I think one lady saw me and she was friends with my brother. And she said, your brother said, the only person they cannot find is your daughter. So I started to panic. All hell loose now. My head started to hurt. My neck, every part of my body, which never hurt, started to hurt. So on our way down, I'm looking at Carriacou and all I can say is, oh my God, how people survive this? Where are the people? And when I reached on Paradise Beach, everything was gone. But the minute time I get there and I saw people that I never even used to speak to, I hugged them. Is when I realized I was like, I said, thank you. I said, oh God, you have life. And they're looking at me like, I was like, you would not imagine that I would have hugged that person. And anybody that believe that they hate me, I have no hate for them because I seen what God did for us and keep us alive to tell a story. So there's no carrying, as you say, I done bigger it. I can't carry no more weight on my shoulder. But it's when I get to Carrick, I had nowhere to stay. The only thing I could see in my little shop was a step. And at that time, I didn't even go there yet. I went straight to look for my family, being in the wet clothes still. Because when we washed the clothes and put it to dry, the rain came, we didn't have a choice to put it on back. And this, but the day after, I got up with the same wet shoes with the socks in my foot, head up to my house to see what it is. Then the lady from Nagma passed. I said, oh, you down? I said, yes. She said, come on, let's go to work. I forget that I didn't have nowhere to stay. I started to go straight up Belly. But when I went up, they come. And up, nobody come at me.
Wait. You still didn't know where your daughter is?
I was numb.
Okay.
I forgot the fact that I needed to do things and find my daughter and find a place to stay. But to me, I was thinking about the people and to help people because people needed help. So I went up to them and I asked, what do you want me to do? You know, because this is the thing. Volunteering is not about money. It had nothing to do with politics. It had nothing to do with color. It had nothing to do with who they empower. That's not my business. The thing was to help. So I jumped in a truck. First truck they put me in and gone. I almost faint off the truck because I didn't eat anything. I can't eat. I am numb to everything. And on my way I'm distributing, you know, everybody. I'm making sure they know that we are here to help. My thing is, after helping for all these days and being on a truck and being part of NAGMA team, executive team, not just putting on a volunteer vest on me, representing. I went down on the port and I saw the embarrassment. And this is not they say, this is me. Because when I did a live about it, I got a phone call to ask if I have facts about what I say. To see how our God have revealed some of the nastiness that we have in ourselves. Some of the things that when we get power, we feel we high and mighty, that we could just take advantage of people in a situation like this. And when a woman who I know have a business came and asked for a care package, and the way they treated that woman, I stand there. And the tears came out of my eyes to hear how we treat our own people. The embarrassment for a care package. Right now, I'm busy. You gotta wait. And I look, and I look, and I look. And them words came out of my mouth. And they came out and they came out. And I went to a minister from Grenada who was standing there that I know. And I explained to him and he said, where is the woman? I said, she's standing right there. And he gave her everything that she needed under the tent. And he allowed her to go. He said, I lied. That's fine with me. I know my truth. I was there. I saw personal items going to personal people and not going to somebody that they believe is a Green Party. I was there. It's not a lie. I also wasn't getting anything because I opened my mouth. I went back the next day, first thing in the morning, because I'm a time person, to volunteer. And I was told my exact word is, good morning, are you ready to work? I said, yes. Oh, by the time I reached under the tent, I was told, are you registered to be under this tent? I've been there for 2 days. But the third day, I was questioned after I made the comment. Are you registered to be under the tent? I said, no, I'm not, man. Oh, well, you need to register. But do you know that today, nobody didn't tell you that today is a rest day? We don't need any volunteers today. You don't need volunteers because you're picking and choose who you need to volunteer because all you're doing is shopping is, and people must not speak. You must be silent. This has nothing to do with politics. I'm not working with no government. This has nothing to do with politics. This have to do with helping the people, and the food is there, give it to them. Don't wait until they expire where everybody's going to get sick.
Mhm.
You cannot give somebody, expect them to get one corned beef in a plastic bag. I'm just saying, in a plastic bag. And when they open it, they don't have a fridge, so they have to use everything. So it's just going to last them a day. We need to ought to be better. And if this barrel came and we're not better, then something wrong with us. As you say, we need prayers. Not
Well,
only
listen.
prayers for the Panama community, but we need prayers for the whole nation because we are. It's a lot. It takes someone from the mainland to come up and to realize that I needed something. I needed water. I needed clothes. And I'm going to speak it. The woman said she been coming on the sports and saw me with the same clothes for the 3 days she been coming up. And that woman decided to buy me new clothes and brought it up. Then when I got paid, I decided to go to the shop that is already open or send in Grenada and buy my groceries because nobody is going to embarrass Keisha for a 2 corned beef, a pack of crisps, and some toilet paper. That's not going to work with me. We ain't changed for nothing. We just make barrel, haven't taught us nothing. And who want to talk, that's their business. I'm going to talk the truth, and I spoke the truth on my Facebook page, and I'm going to continue to speak it out because I believe burial passed for a reason. Cock, I have no malice against nobody, and I hate nobody.
What do you think that reason is?
You mean because of why burial passed?
Mhm.
To taught us a lesson and also to reveal some of them nasty that we have in us. All the devilness start to come out because I see it in people. People that I look up to. I realize a little power in we hand make us turn stupid. A little power in we hand make us believe that we could walk on people and we could treat people anyhow and anyhow. Cock, I've been getting topplings. Red Cross had helped me. I forget that my mother little downstairs didn't have a tarpaulin where we had to stay. I start giving out to people. Everybody who asked me, I give them until the rain started to fall. Then when I realized and it hit me, you don't have a tarpaulin in your house. There is nothing for you to stay in. Start to sweep and broom and tears. Start to clean. And the fact that I heard some statement that Carriacou people lazy. It's not about lazy, Cock. Cock, some of us, we are confused. We are lost. We don't know where to start.
You got
And
to
how-
explain. You stop, take a pin there, because I've heard a lot of comments about people who go up and the kayaks just sit down there, they ain't doing nothing. Tell me about that.
Cock, some of us, as I'm telling you, we wasn't prepared for this. We wasn't mentally, physically, emotionally, was not prepared for this. So I can speak from my end. When I reached home by me, arrived by me, and the few days, I didn't know where to start to clean. I started in the front, then I left it there, and I went in the back. I left the back, go on the side. My brothers had to say to me, Keisha, leave it. Put it down. You don't know what to do. You are all confused. So some people, you might see them walking in the street. Mentally, they are not okay. Physically, you're seeing them and they're walking. Mentally, some of them, I can't speak for everybody. Mentally, because every time someone asks me, how are you doing? I say, physically, I'm good. Mentally, I am not. So we will need a lot of counseling, especially for the young people. They will need a lot of counseling. A lot of things are going to happen. A lot of abuse are going to take place. I don't want to get there. But a lot of abuse is going to take place for a little item because some of us are seeing the people need, and there are a lot of young men and young ladies on the island that needs help. And I'm foreseeing that a lot of things is going to take place if we pull ourselves together and take away the party color thing. We are just going to stay there and we're going to take more than the time that Grenada take to rebuild after Ivan.
Okay.
We are going to take more time.
Keisha, let's take a quick break. But you know the question that boiling on me, you run straight to NADMA. When we come back, I need to find out where you find your daughter, how you find your daughter. Clubbers, we're taking a quick break and we'll be back with Lady K.
Today. Located inside Ryder Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Welcome back, clubbers. Of course, I'm chatting with Lady K, Keisha McFarlane, out of Carriacou, and she is sharing with us her Hurricane Beryl experience. Keisha, welcome back.
I'm not hearing you, Cock.
I see you hearing me now?
No.
Are you hearing me? Okay. Well, remember I asked you, tell us about, I don't know what happened. I didn't get a call. Let's try to bring back Lady K in again. Folks, we're taking a quick break and let's see if we can rectify this and be right back.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
You call me to it's the level, high the level, raise the level, up it, up it.
Welcome back, folk. Of course, I'm chatting with Lady K. Lady K, you there? Hi, Keisha.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so yeah, welcome back. Tell me, you know, we are half an hour is not good enough. It's not long enough, but at least we're getting the picture. Your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you find your daughter?
Well, my daughter came and find me.
Okay.
So I was busy focusing on Nagma stuff while my daughter came to Lauriston to find me, and she was well. The only thing is she was a little mentally not doing too good as a young nurse, but by God's grace, He had me to guide she along, so she's fine. She's with me. Back home, we bunking out like campers, but we are also grateful for life. And I'm grateful that my daughter is with me and well, and doing her job, going to work every day, even though she don't have no clothes, but she been getting
and you say she's a nurse, right?
She's a nurse.
So she's also
Nursing
doing her duty.
Yes.
Listen,
She's
Keisha,
a nurse.
you know, I got to ask you this, and you know me, I don't play the politics, I don't play all of that. I hear you have to speak your truth. What would you like to see happen? because I know we ain't even scratched the surface of what's going on in Carriacou. And just like you, I believe that it's hard for some people to have worked their entire life, to build their entire life, and then wake up one morning and everything is gone. You don't know where to start. You don't know where to begin. What?
I just want to see us work as a team for Carriacou and PT Martinique, especially too, because we don't want to leave out PT Martinique. PT Martinique has got hit really bad. So I just want us to work together, put aside the politics, put aside the differences, for just 1 minute, or for this only time. Just put aside the color, put aside watching faces, put aside, because there are a lot of people I see who I believe I never used to like or talk to, and I had to give them stuff with tears in my eyes and believe that they deserve and give them more, right? Let us put aside our differences and work to rebuild back Carriacou and PT Martinique. And I need to see more communication, because it's happening. It's like all you hear is about Carriacou, but you're not hearing PT Martinique. PT Martinique has been affected as well. PT Martinique has been struggling and has been going through similar thing of the worst, because they have to take boats to get to the island of Carriacou, where they have to use the bank and use all this stuff down there. And when most of the boats has been destroyed, we need to pay more attention to them, like how we used to pay the attention when election time coming around, and we finding boats to find the people and find boats to bring the people down to the rallies and all stuff like that. We need to be doing that now and pay more attention to people. People are mentally not well. People are mentally not well. Imagine building your house from scratch. No loans from the bank, or even having loans from the bank. And in just a few hours, everything gone. And then you will not see nobody. Sometimes, as I say to one person volunteer, I say it's not about the food, it's not about the clothes, but it's just coming around in the villages and ask people, how you coping? How are things? How are you feeling? Some people has no feelings after this. They are numb. I am definitely numb towards a lot of things right now. As I said in the beginning, physically I'm good. Mentally, I break down. Even if I hear a little wind or I don't plan too hard, I get scared. I'm ready to run. I'm ready to move. If the wind blow too hard or the rain fall too heavy, I'm ready to move. I am on this a lot. Easy. People are snapping easy. People that you would never thought would cuss you up will cuss you now, because mentally they are not here. And sometimes just a little phone call or a little hello or how you doing will be fine for a lot of people. You know, just we need to come together and work as a team and try to build back. And some of the things that people have said about Carriacou people and PT, we are not lazy people. We are just confused and lost. We never expect. And when we never mentally, we did not put our minds towards this is going to happen. I think most of us thought it was just going to be as 2 trees fall down, a few galvanized from our neighbor houses, and we get up the next morning and walk the street and go to work as normal. We never thought. We never, ever. I myself, who been in this field for a very long time, was not prepared. So now we need to be more prepared. We need to have a lot more consultation where we teach people our disaster plans, where we need to upgrade our shelters, make sure that it's proper shelters and the facilities and everything. Make sure that when you're putting people in place for shelter management and everything else, that the people are not political aligned and treat people like shit. I don't want to go down that line.
But Keisha, we have to be very clear. We have to be very clear about this, because, you know, I am fully supportive of the government and the efforts that they have made, because I know it's not an easy task. Just like they were not prepared, the government, NADMA, was not fully prepared for this. Sometimes, sometimes, and in most cases, it's individuals who make a bad name for the
I
political
was about to
parties.
tell you that. I was about to tell you that, Cobb. Half of them that was wearing, half of them wearing the vest is not Nagma. So all you're hearing is Nagma this and Nagma that and Nagma this and Nagma that. I had to defend Nagma. Because half of the people that is there, they just here volunteer and they see food on the ground, they put on the vest and they go to volunteer. And they treat people really bad. And then Nagma get the bad name. Then the government get the bad name. Because I could testify, and I said that on my life. When Mr. Andrew came on the day, the treatment will be nice. But as soon as he leave, all that treatment gone down the road. I've been seeing him. I've been seeing him on the ground. I've been seeing him from since I was on Union Island and I was getting service. He was there giving all the messages and saying all what he needs to say to the island, to the people. Message being going around. But sometimes the people that we have, some of the people that we have in the back of us and in the front of us that make us look bad.
You know what?
And I ain't there no politics, so they better, as I said to them, don't come for me. This will be the wrong time. Because mentally I'm not there. So don't come for me. Because I don't want to bring back that Keisha. I just want people to realize this is a wake-up call. So wake up. Shake up yourself. And let's get on the go and come hand in hand together. And let's do our oil down. Let's mix up the callaloo and the saffron together. And let's work together as a team. And don't have this separation stupidly. Because the world looking at us and it's looking bad.
Amen to that. Keisha, I am so appreciative of you sharing your story. Okay? You and I been through life, we've been through hell. So we know there's some people who go vexed with the fact that you speak your truth. Because your truth is not their truth. So you're not entitled to have your truth. Because that is the world we live in now. When you look at social media, they vex with your opinion, but they're allowed to have an opinion. We live in a very selfish world. And sometimes tragedies that are supposed to bring us together, this kind of bring out a more selfish side of us. Keisha, I want to thank you for joining us on the Wake Up Club this morning. This is always a safe space. I appreciate you. Any last words? Keisha, you look like you're sick, girl.
No, I am here. All I want to say, let's work together.
Definitely.
Let's work together. We're resilient people. We would make it. We'll definitely make it. Some of the people that you see sitting down is because they don't know what to do. Some, and as I say some because I cannot speak for everybody, right? We just need to know what is our next move. And in every disaster, there's steps to things. So you won't expect everything to just happen one day. You won't expect houses to just be going up one time. Imagine just going up, put up your house now, and God forbid something else was to come again. Everything takes time, it takes steps, it takes phases, and it's going to happen, and we're going to build back, and it's going to be better. And soon, it'll be a most amazing karaoke that you could ever find. Again, and Pity Martin. That you can go at Gary Bar and enjoy yourself and enjoy a nice meal once again.
Amen to that. Keisha, thank you very much. And of course, to all the clubbers, thank you for joining us this morning. As I say, I never take you for granted. I know you have options. If there are any topics that you would like us to discuss, please put it in the comments. Okay? You could always shoot me an email. I am kirk.sitahal@gmail.com. I'm not afraid to give you my phone number. My phone number is 420-1399. You can hit me up via WhatsApp. I'm not looking for people, so don't call me because I give you my number and you want people. I have to say it because it happens all the time. I'm not looking for people, okay? I'm looking to help people. And I mean, I want to take all my money and give you. If you have a topic you want to discuss, hit me up on WhatsApp and let's discuss it. Thank you for joining us on the Wake Up Club. Have a fantastic day today, and we'll chat again soon. Take care and bye.
Riders Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersabike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride. Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersaBike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Today we go mash it up. 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 They can't stop you, stop you, but they can't move you unmovable. They can't move you unmovable. They can't break you unbreakable. They can't break you unbreakable.
Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersaBike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.